Hey fellow artists, welcome back to my workshop. I haven't been very busy on YouTube lately, and it's because I've been focused on building up my inventory for this year's craft market season. I am running behind on my builds. Our craft markets here start early in October, and I still don't even have half of what I want in my inventory ready to go. I am batch building, so I should have a huge batch of guitars that all get finished at the same time, and so I may be late, might not be able to jump on the earliest of markets here in North Florida, but I'm not too sad about that, and I guess I'll talk more about that in the live. This year I have the opportunity to vend in a very special location, in a very special way that will allow me to set up my shop in a creative way that would make the shopping experience more enjoyable. You know how Picasso said, inspiration exists, but it has to find you working. Well, that's very, very true. While building these CBGs, and I get so many ideas about so many things, and the other day I just became fixated about my portable shop with the help of Gemini, doing some research into retail layout and pop-up boutique trends, and my brain is just spilling over with tons and tons of ideas. I also have other ideas that I'll be discussing on the live. The trouble about getting so many ideas at the same time is that you're currently trying to finish one thing, but you're so all of the sudden passionate about something else and wish you could jump on that, but it would be irresponsible to jump on the second idea without accomplishing the most important thing on your to-do list. And I have tons of things on my to-do list apart from building. I have some unboxing videos that I've committed to, and I want to do a really good job with those unboxing videos, but I'm getting ideas for all set up in the special place that I'm talking about. I'll talk more about that in the live, and getting ideas about CBG music broadcast, kind of like a CBG radio show that I'm kind of planning in my head right now. But so many ideas come to you while you're working. Picasso is right, and that shall be the motto on the back of all of my new CBGs. Anyways, let me show you what I got here. I've been carving sound holes, these Stradivarius style F-holes, into my new CBGs, but recently in pursuing a new leg fiddle project here, I'll be talking more about this guy soon, I said I need F-holes that are a bit more Americana in style. And so I've selected these F-holes for this box. I'll be talking more about this leg fiddle project in another video that I'm planning. Again, so many projects. I want to jump on all of them at the same time, but gotta stay disciplined so that I actually finish stuff. I made this F-hole template for this leg fiddle, but I thought, okay, well, I have other small boxes of a similar width. I can use these style F-holes on those other boxes, so yes. Right now I have partially built a few shorties. Those are the ones that I'm gonna add movable frets to, and two in these batch are gonna be leg fiddles. Over here I have my slider section, and I gotta start carving boxes for baritones and soprano sliders. I also got to finish making guitar slides. Here's my FuseWorks craft kiln, and that will lead me to producing an unboxing video that will feature products by Jeff Patterson, the great CBG ceramicist. And so stay tuned for that. My workspace is a little bit messy now because I'm just trying to finish so many things at the same time. And in the midst of working on many things, I've also had to modify the engraving module on my laser machine because this safety shield keeps falling off. I'm producing a video about this. You cannot run a laser engraver without this thing. I gotta finish the fix here. I am producing a video about the fix. I still think these laser engravers are great value for money. I mean, these things are less than $200, guys, and look what I've been able to make with them. The thing is, if you buy one that is as simple and as inexpensive as mine, you might have to make the same type of mods I've had to make to mine to avoid the problems that I've been having. Hope you enjoyed this little tour update thing. Let's get back to the live. Oh, hello, Lawrence. You've popped up.
Hello.
Hello, hello. And so, yes, that's what's going on in my workshop, folks. And I believe you'll all agree that Picasso's aphorism, and when I produced a video about his aphorism, I called it, I used another term for it. What was the other term I used for it? It started with a P, but basically, the term for a saying that's widely known, but the author is also known as that is an aphorism, and I used another term for it, proverb. I called it a proverb in the short video that I produced about the aphorism. So a proverb is a saying by an anonymous author, but an aphorism is a saying by someone who is known, where the author is known. So this is an aphorism. The aphorism by Picasso is inspiration exists, but it has to find you working. And I've experienced this firsthand while building my CBGs. What's challenging about this phenomenon, if you could call it that, is that many great ideas come to you all at once, making it tough to, one, stay focused on current projects that you have to finish, and two, decide on which project to tackle next after clearing your to-do list. And so when I'm done batch building, I know that I have to jump in and work on my unboxings, which I'm also excited about, but I'm also extremely excited about designing my vending space at this very special location. Lawrence probably knows what I'm talking about, which I'll talk more about in a moment, I'm sure. But I'm also ecstatic about working on my mock CBG radio broadcast. On top of that, I've already started collecting footage for my next relaxing CBG video. I mean, inspiration, when it hits you, has no mercy. And it inundates you with so many ways to go, so many directions to go. So I'm curious about how do you make project decisions? How do you all approach this problem? How do you determine what to work on next? Because I know while you guys are working, you're constantly being bombarded with ideas. They just flow. There's no stop in the flow. And all of these, and most of them, I guarantee that most of the ideas you get while you're working, all the inspiration you get while you're working, are things that are actionable, that you need to move on for your creative business or for your growth as an artist. I mean, what do you guys think? What do you think?
I don't know. It's too hard to think right now.
Oh, come on. You have to help the chat break the ice, Lawrence.
Geez, I don't know. Yeah, definitely working on stuff is a good way to get inspiration. You know, even if it's something different than what you're working on, just working and doing stuff is necessary to
It also,
get the brain
yeah,
thinking.
Um, Albert says, I work on whatever interests me at the time. I kind of approach things that way too, Albert. The only thing is I've I like to keep my commitments, and I know it coming from a person who's waited so long to start on the unboxings I've been promising, but I for someone who must absolutely keep their commitments as a matter of pride, uh I there are, for example, this weekend I would have loved to jump into the design of my vending space, and I held myself back because I said, you know what, I can't go full laser on this because I really need to finish my batch building, and I have other things that, again, I've been waiting to work on for a while that have to come first. Right. And I always say follow inspiration where it leads you, but I my thing is you should follow inspiration where it leads you, but don't abandon projects that are, taking you somewhere, currently taking you somewhere. And I feel like patient I have the ability to be patient and not just go gun ho on something when I should be finishing something else. But ah, it stays in your mind. It pulls at you those other ideas. Anyway, patience is rough, Lawrence. Yes, it is. Liesel says, I go with the flow a lot. One thing I do is sleep on it. Often the inspiration will come. That is a good approach, Liesel. You know, give an idea some space. Sleeping on decisions is a good way to approach things. Yep. When given equal choice, I tackle the more difficult ones first. That is an excellent approach too, Albert. Yeah, that definitely is good for developing as an artist. 100%. Sometimes, sometimes what pulls at me though isn't directly related to what I'm currently doing. So I mean, everything's related. Everything that all the art that I create, all the types of art that I create, they all help me. It's like cross pollination. You know, this type of plant, this type of orange tree helps to, you know, pollinate this type of orange tree, and but it's all related. It's all orange trees, or citrus. Back to homesteading. Liesel says, recently I have sourced some great bits which lend themselves to certain builds. Yes, that's a great way to make decisions like, hey, yeah, this really lends itself to that. That's how I started my new leg fiddle. I saw that, actually, that Americana box that I was showing off. I didn't design that box. My cousin, many years ago, used to build cigar box guitars. He stopped building them, and he gifted me his whole box collection. And that was one of his unfinished CBGs. And he made that rustic looking Americana box, and it inspired me. Finding it the other day in my stash inspired me. It's like, oh, there's my next leg fiddle. So, yeah, certain components do lend themselves to certain types of projects. And yeah, that does give you direction for sure. For sure. And so,
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm. I haven't checked to see if there is anyone in the forum. Is there anyone in the forum? Let me see.
The forum?
I'm looking in the wrong screen. No, that's okay. Again, this is very informal. Um, no one's obliged to log in and join the stream. We could just chat. And
Mm-hmm.
yes. And so, Lawrence, I know that
Yeah.
your mind is totally elsewhere. You're preparing for the Earworms live stream tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of. I'm still listening, but I'm also not a wealth of information today.
Well, today's not about information. Today is about instinct and experience and inspiration. Because that's the
Hmm.
problem I've been having this week is like, man, the temptation to really go gun ho on these peripheral projects has it's been incredible. Partially
Yeah.
because yeah, partially because yesterday my father was visiting the area yesterday with my cousin David, and I got to look at the space where I will be vending this holiday season, and I got so excited. I just want to jump into the design of my vending space, but I know that really that is right now is not a priority. It's at the bottom of the list. There's so many more things I have to finish first, but sometimes it's just good to follow inspiration where it's taking you. But again, I have commitments to make. And these commitments are things that I've been wanting to work on. But again, I'm following an informal schedule, and it's frustrating sometimes. It's sometimes frustrating not being able to jump into something when you really have the hots for it, if you know what I mean. I don't know how else to describe it. Liesel says, I have many things on the back burner. I am going to build a couple of bass instruments. Ooh, Liesel. Nice. I discovered a source of wine boxes, which I have used before. They are large enough for bass builds. Liesel, tell me, where are you sourcing these wine boxes? What brand of wine uses wine crates? Tell me, Liesel, please.
Well, I think for shipping, most wine is delivered in, some sort of crate because it needs to be strong enough to make sure the glass doesn't break.
Liesel, did you speak to someone at a local liquor store? How did you get a hold of these wine boxes? I have only one large box for a short scale bass, just one. Um, and I've been keeping an eye out and asking around. I'm, I've been the owner of my local UPS store where I ship all my cigar boxes. Is also the owner of a local liquor store, and I've been asking him about wine boxes, and he says he never has them available. I mean, they're not useful. They're shipped in cardboard. So, man, it would be nice to get a hold of some wooden wine boxes and some that people want to discard, because I can imagine going on eBay for those wine boxes. It's gonna cost you a pretty penny. Liesel is keeping her secrets. Okay,
Hmm.
cool beans.
It's not like we're going to come over there and gab them all.
No,
But
no, I look forward to watching your channel, Liesel, and see what you do with those wine boxes. Oh, she says she found the supplier on eBay. They are for champagne. Okay, cool, cool. I will be keeping an eye on your channel, Liesel, and see what you do with those guys. Scott, the great Scott Hobbit is here, my friends. Welcome, Scott. We have our diehards here today. Cool beans.
Yes.
Yes. It's nice to have diehards. Oh,
Hmm.
Liesel, no worries. No worries. I would imagine that some of you are busy while listening to this stream.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, the person who's supposed to be participating in this stream is
Yeah.
busy. Shame, shame, shame. Hey, Scott. Thank you, Scott, for reminding people to hit the like button, subscribe, share, and ring that notification bell. All of that is super important. That's a free way to help my channel, folks. Can't buy a
Hmm.
t-shirt, can't buy a mug, can't buy a guitar. No worries. Liking this stream or any of my videos, watching my videos, binge watching my videos, all of that is more valuable than you buying anything from me, actually. So, want to help me out? You can do that. Hit that like button, subscribe, watch. I have a new playlist featuring um, uh, relaxing cigar box guitar, leg fiddle music on a what do you call atmospheric with atmospheric video shot on my homestead. So, um, if you need something to sleep to, you could check out my relaxing CBG playlist. That would be great. Just press play within the playlist and it'll loop and put you to sleep. I got 3 videos on there. I have some footage to make more of those. I'm really enjoying making those videos. It's really just an excuse for me to go out on the homestead and create a campfire. I love campfires.
Mm.
Scott says, "Hail, Lawrence, who's not paying attention to the stream."
I am. I'm listening.
Well, um, yes. Albert says, "I normally gamble at the horse racers while this stream is going on." Okay. That's an interesting way to spend a Sunday. But enjoy, Albert. Enjoy. And good luck. And so, man, um, I've just been crazy building, haven't been very active on YouTube, fighting the urge to follow inspiration that will divide my attention. Um, but apart from that, I really have nothing else to share on this stream. Um, Saturdays too, cool. Um, but again, although this stream might not be very long today because we don't have
Yeah.
any guests who are ready to show off craft market builds. Remember, I will be here every Sunday so that when you are ready to show your work, those of you who've participated in my live streams, um, can show off your work. The forum will be open to you. And so, Lawrence, before we close everything off and I give my shameless plug, um, what are we talking about tonight in Earworms?
Well, by request, last week we were doing Babylon 5, talking about the series and the first episode. And then there was a request to do the next episode, Soul Hunter. So we'll be talking about the episode, but also just the overall spiritual and metaphysical themes throughout Babylon 5, because this episode brings up some very interesting concepts that also relate to a lot of um, shall we say, knowledge that
Yes,
that that also relates to the subject in our world. So,
definitely. Yeah, so if those of you who are from the UK, Liesel, if you're available tonight, yeah, you won't want to miss tonight's show on earworms. But no worries, I know earworms takes place very late for you in the UK. But yeah, Scott, probably see you there, right? Yeah, we got the thumbs up from Scott.
well, is there stuff?
And Albert, yeah, please join us tonight. It'll be a lot of fun if you're available. If you're available.
But is there any other stuff since we're here now that
Well,
you want to talk about?
Liesel is endorsing one of my T-shirts. Yay! Okay, so this is what Liesel says. I'm gonna get the High Priestess of Diddly Bows T-shirt from you, Liza. You inspired me, actually. Thank you, Liesel. I saw that I saw that Saint Cecilia is the patroness saint of luthiers. So I drew a kind of faux icon of her playing a diddly bow. Liesel, wow. Thank you so much. Well, I I am honored that that t-shirt inspired you. And again, when I made that t-shirt, I was not thinking of myself at all. I am not the high priestess of diddly bows. And I'm, you know, the icon on the shirt looks nothing like me. And that was on purpose. Um, Man, because I find that playing diddly bow is more difficult than playing three-string cigar box guitars. You just have to be a master of rhythm and get the ability to create interesting um, uh, rhythm and note combinations with just one string. It is more difficult than a three-stringer, and so I am in no way, shape, or form the high priestess of diddly bows, but I will tell you who is. And Liesel, Cigar Box Guitar, has built the most diddly bows I've seen on any channel. And if there ever was a high priestess of diddly bows, it is Liesel. So, Liesel, I'm glad that you and that t-shirt are coming together. I would love to have a picture of you with the t-shirt, Liesel. Again, not a requirement, but I'd love to have one to show it off in my community posts. Uh, Albert says more tarot images playing instruments could be worth the effort. Yes, I agree with you, Albert. Um, yeah, I'd love to do what are the what are my favorite tarot images? The Hanged Man. Not
Hmm.
so much for the image, but for the meaning of the image. I'd like to create a cigar box guitar or leg fiddle themed um image with that. What's the other one? The Empress, of course. Oh, Liesel. Um, Thank you so much. I appreciate that you'll send me a photo. I can't wait. And thank you so much for supporting my little shop. It really means a lot. Yes, Albert, Hanged Man playing upside down would be boss. Yes, yes, it would.
I have a deck that's from Llewellyn that is an Arthurian deck where instead of the high priestess, it's the Lady of the Lake. Instead of the Empress, it's Guinevere. Instead of the Emperor, obviously, it's Arthur. And interesting stuff.
Do you have the deck with you? Can we look at it?
I have it on my shelf over here, but eh, really, I don't know. I don't know if there's some sort of effect to showing it off.
Just put it up to the camera.
I don't want the webcam to steal its power.
Oh gosh. Oh
I don't
gosh.
know.
Liesel says, Liesel had a tarot suggestion as well for design. Um, let's see. Let's see. Oh, I lost star card. The star card. You know, that's an image I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, the
Lawrence.
star. Um, yeah, I mean, different decks have different imagery, but obviously it's star oriented. It's there with the moon and the sun in the major arcana.
I can't picture it. Um, so the Albert
Well,
says
I do have a standard rider deck here too. Hold on.
yes. Okay, so we have Emperor, Kings playing, and all of the knights on horseback playing. Absolutely, Albert, that's gonna happen. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Scott. We always appreciate Scott reminding people to please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the notification bell. All right. So Lawrence he's looking for
Yeah,
his
this is
rider
just the
deck.
rider deck. Yeah, because I don't want to show off the other one. Although people could probably look up pictures of it.
How old is the Arthurian? Is it out of print, that Arthurian deck?
I don't know the complete Arthurian tarot.
Wouldn't
Hold
it?
on, there's something
Mm.
on Amazon here.
Oh, okay.
Um, let me look at it. I don't. It's not the
Thank
same
you,
one.
Liesel. Liesel, smash the like button. Thank you, Liesel.
It's not the same one. Uh, because I guess there's different publishers of them. Mine is Llewellyn. I don't know. Maybe it's not in print anymore,
Hmm.
or they have newer editions. I don't know. No, they're different. But anyway, rider deck. Oh, now it'll take me a while before I find
That's a,
specific ones.
that's okay. And see what you guys did talking about inspiration. I just got another crazy idea that I'm gonna have to follow through with at some point, and would love to jump on it now because we're talking about it now. But wouldn't it be cool if I were to publish a tarot deck of my CBG art? You know, including the High Priestess of Diddley Bows, or the High Priestess as the High Priestess of Diddley Bows. And when I produce my other tarot images playing cigar box guitars, I know that artists have been able to print their own decks. I think it would be cool to do that.
Mm.
Thank you, Albert. Yes. Yeah, I love Photoshop. Actually, I shouldn't say that I Photoshop. I don't use Photoshop anymore because the subscription fee is too much. Adobe software is untouchable, my friends, but right now for photoshopping as a verb, I use GIMP, which is free and open source, and I think it works on both Mac and PC and Linux. Am I right?
All three.
All three. So, yes. I do also use Adobe Express to do some touch up work, but that's free. That's the only free Adobe subscription that I have. Um, no, no, no. It's one of the two Adobe subscriptions I have. I'm subscribed to Adobe Express and Adobe Podcast. They're both just the free versions, guys. By the way, if when you produce videos and you need to enhance audio on a video and not spend too much time, I mean, throughout my career, um, as an audio, I wouldn't say as an audio professional, most of the audio work I used to do was in the realm of audio cleanup for video. And it's annoying as heck. And so using Adobe Podcast has really cut um cut my video production time because I am recording videos in in a partially acoustically treated environment. It's not perfect. You could still hear reflections. You still got to do audio cleanup, and just using Adobe Podcast has really helped. But anyways, those are just the two Adobe free pieces of pieces of software that I use, and they're both free. Oh, Albert says, great idea about your own deck. It's a simple process of sizing your images properly, and there are many companies that will print you a small amount of decks. Yes, I heard about that, Albert. I've seen some artists who have YouTube channels produce their own decks. I have to research companies
Uh-oh.
that would do the printing. What's going
Yeah,
on?
I forgot. If you want me to show the star card, it has some nudity on it.
What? Okay, it does? Wait,
Yeah.
the traditional art has nudity?
Yep.
So it's
I don't know. We're on the only thing. I don't think.
is it like
Who
the
knows with YouTube?
tasteful
Well, yeah, it's
nudity,
not,
like artistic
but
nudity?
YouTube doesn't care about tasteful or not tasteful, you know.
I mean, people do tarot readings all the time on YouTube. How how do I
All
get
right. Well,
around not showing this card?
I'm just telling you. I mean, yeah, it's not bad, but
The
you know, it's like,
star. I don't remember what the art on.
well, here, are you able to see that?
Is that the traditional art? That doesn't seem to me like it is.
Well, this is,
Whose deck
well,
is that?
I don't know. It's just a rider deck from the 90s. It's
Definitely, yeah, no.
but the image in a book on interpretation I have has the same image.
Okay.
So I know
So
it's a
it's
pretty
the
standard
image that's
image.
been traditionally again, people, I'm new to tarot.
Maybe
Um
not exactly the same as 19th century, but at least, you know, from this time period, it's about the same. It's got a woman pouring water, and the stars are all behind her. Mm.
okay. Well, I don't remember seeing any distasteful images in the
It's not
traditional.
distasteful. I mean, you know, it's
Well,
just
I
like,
mean, I'm only going. I
I
can't.
was just being careful because, you know, YouTube, I don't know.
Well, like I said, people do tarot readings on YouTube all the time, so I don't.
Mhm.
I don't know. But most people use the traditional deck, the decks with traditional art on them.
Well, this is about as traditional as you get. I'm not saying it's going back that long, but it's, you know, like in the books that I have, it's these images, so it's pretty standard.
Liesel says my medieval punk two-stringer is named Guinevere. I like Guinevere, by the way, Liesel. I remember Guinevere from your channel. If you see the neck, it's very Art Nouveau. I based
Moon.
it loosely on the Empire State Building. Very cool, Liesel. I didn't notice that feature about it. I have to go back and revisit the videos about Guinevere. Beautiful, beautiful looking and sounding build, by the way, Liesel. Bravo. Albert says, I can recommend other decks beside the Rider Waite. Yes, please do, Albert. If you can include them in the chat, definitely would love to look at new art for tarot decks.
Yeah, I looked on Amazon. The Arthurian deck I have is older than what they have there now, and it's not the same imagery, but I really like the imagery of that Arthurian deck.
Scott says that Scott says don't really have to worry about the art of your deck, Lawrence, and so it's not what YouTube is concerned about. Well, I hope
Okay.
not. It seemed. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I guess they have to be more realistic because these are,
right. Um,
stylized art.
Albert says I prefer a classic Marseillaise. I think that's how you pronounce it, right, Lawrence? And I own a few decks, and no desire to have that one the Rider weight. Okay.
Mm.
I haven't seen. I I I haven't perused your deck, Lawrence, so I don't
Yeah,
know
well,
what
the
the art is
rider,
like.
the reason why I don't use it is because I feel more of a kinship with the Arthurian deck, at
Right.
least the one I have.
Right.
This one here on Amazon, I don't know, not the same, but yeah, the rider deck, that they just look. Some of the imagery looks a little childish. So,
Liesel says, I will refeature her. Thank you so much, Liza. Yes, I look forward to more videos with Guinevere. And she has diatonic fretting, right, Liesel? Oh, Liesel has the Avalon deck. She says, oh, she lost it. Oh, gotta look that one up, Liesel.
hmm.
Um, Scott says, just be careful how you present it. Agreed, Scott. With YouTube, you have to be careful about everything, even about art. Tarot art. Um, but you know what? When I sat down to design the High Priestess, um, I made sure that important elements came out um, in the AI generation. Um, like the I forgot how I prompted it, but again, my my designs are half AI generation, half gimped or photoshopped because of course no matter how well you prompt AI image generators, you never get everything the way that you want to in the images. And sometimes, even with the good image generators, you get some glitches or deformities that I've had to go back and fix in my editor. I think yes, I produced a video in the stages of how I made my High Priestess of Diddley Bow image um, for my t-shirts and mugs. And the thing that I'm most proud of is photoshopping in the pomegranate blossoms into the image because pomegranates are part of the original, I think, the Marseille deck. I guess the most popular deck. Those fruits that the high priestess with the pointing hat is holding are pomegranates, and they are an important symbol um, in the high priestess card. So I had to include the pomegranate blossoms. You know, and our pomegranate bushes used to produce beautiful, beautiful blossoms. I planted them in the wrong place, and those bushes have died off. I would like to replace my pomegranate bushes because the flowers are gorgeous, beautiful, and I think had I planted them in better soil, perhaps up in the raised beds in front of the house, we would have gotten pomegranates. So beautiful, beautiful flowers. Look like bright, bright, almost fluorescent red roses. They're gorgeous. Anyway, how do we get to talking about tarot? Oh, because Liesel was going to get a High Priestess t shirt. Thanks, Liesel.
Mm.
Thanks, Liesel. The High Priestess of Diddley Bows should definitely own the High Priestess of Diddley Bows. So, cool beans. I wonder if I were a tarot major arcana character, I wonder which one I would be. I don't know if I would be the High Priestess. Maybe. I kind of vibe with Nowhere Man.
Nowhere, man. That
Nowhere, man, please listen. You don't know what you're missing. Nowhere, man. The
that's the
world.
Yellow Submarine deck.
Yes. He's a real nowhere man. And you got me singing nowhere man. Don't you guys think that Jeremy from Yellow Submarine is the cutest character you've ever seen
Mhm.
in a cartoon? And have you seen the tarot decks with him as the hanged man? I would be the chariot, says Liesel. What's the significance behind the chariot?
Uh, I guess she pictures herself as a workhorse, so to
Albert
speak.
says, I can throw down a pretty good reading with just a poker deck and even discovered a way to include the majors. That's really cool, Albert. Growing up, I had a Spanish deck, and it had a lot of the images of the major minor arcana in them. Um, oh, Lizo says, yeah, I love Yellow Submarine. I heard that the character, Jeremy, I forgot his whole name. I just remember his first name. Doctor something. I forgot his name.
I'll look it up.
But that character was inspired by the hanged man of the tarot deck. And you can find tarot decks, I guess Yellow Submarine tarot decks, where he is embodying the thing that inspired him.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Jeremy Hillary Boob,
Yes,
PhD.
PhD. I love him. I love him. So I vibe with that character, and therefore, if I were a tarot character, I would be the hanged man. And knowing a little bit about what the symbolism means, I definitely vibe with that character of the tarot. Liesel says the significance is the charioteer is driving the two sphinxes. I love the idea of that. Interesting. And Liesel, what do the sphinxes symbolize? Lawrence, do you know this?
Mm,
I
the
would have
Sphinx.
to Google it or Gemini it.
uh, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I would think it's one's journey rides upon ancient knowledge.
Hmm. Well, those of us, Liesel builds cigar box guitars, ancient knowledge. That is appropriate. Taking her to new places. Scott says he doesn't know what character he would be.
He'd be Ringo.
Scott would be Ringo. And in the tarot deck, who's Ringo? Liesel says, tricky question. It is a tricky question.
I guess we all are symbolized by the fool, though,
Yes.
on the
The
journey.
the fool, which originally was the soul, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Albert says opposing forces working together to move forward. Okay, all right. We got some idea about what the sphinxes mean.
Well,
Scott
here it says, yeah,
Scott would be
opposing forces and dualities,
interesting. Liesel.
such as the conscious and unconscious
Oh,
mind,
Liesel. Okay, interesting.
masculinity and femininity. Yeah, basically these dualities or polars.
Very interesting.
But conflict is also symbolized there.
Wow, Liesel, you have an interesting one. Very nice. Okay, so if
Well,
We
that's at least the Sphinxes, the overall card.
Yes, but it's an important part of the card. And so Liesel's the charioteer. I'm the hangman. Scott doesn't know. Scott hasn't picked a character yet. He's Ringo,
Oh,
whomever
I'd
that
like to
is in
be
the
the
deck.
magician.
Okay,
I'd
so
like to be the magician,
you,
but
you you'd like
I
to be
think
the
I'm more
magician.
of a fool.
Aw, what does the magician symbolize? Or is the magician the same as the hermit? The
No,
Gandalf like one? No.
no. Hermit's 9, magician's 2. Or is it 1? I think it's 1, actually. Yep. High priestess is
Scott is
2.
asking the chariot could symbolize the vehicle carrying someone to the afterlife? Ooh, that's dark.
Well, the Egyptians, you know.
Ooh, that's right. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, so you were saying the magician. Why the magician?
I'd like to have some magic, you know.
But what does it mean in tarot?
I mean, they mean different things depending on different circumstances. Um,
Liesel says that you're definitely the magician, but I want to know why though.
it basically points to talents and capabilities and resources, you know. So
Okay.
basically, your talents and abilities, as well as access to resources in, that you can draw upon in your journey to reach success
Whatever
and
that
your full
means.
potential.
Whatever that means. Yeah.
But
But you say you feel like the fool, which was
yeah,
originally not the fool, the soul. And I think it's
oh,
important.
we all
Yeah.
basically are. We're all on this conveyor belt, so to speak.
Think we were all
Uh,
fooled to coming to this reality.
yeah.
Oh gosh, guys, we're getting into what do you call that? I lost the word. I'm always losing words, guys. Must be all that glyphosate in the water. I'm gonna blame it
Well,
on the
we try to
glyphosate.
avoid that.
Yes, but it's ubiquitous. I mean, man, I find myself more forget and it's not just me. My brother, my parents, friends, um, this time, people are everywhere are suffering from this weird brain fog. Scott's laughing. Of course he is. Scott. The occult. Yes. Yeah. Interesting topics, right?
Hmm.
Anyway, um, you are the magician. You are the magician. And I know sometimes you don't, or we, uh, collectively don't feel like magicians because most of us have had other people define what success means for us. And then you get to a certain age where you have enough experience to break the programming. Scott says, I'm only laughing with all of you. Yeah, Scott. Yeah, sure.
Well, looks like we'll have a pretty good audience tonight for earworms. There's a
Nice.
number of reactions
Good.
here.
Albert says, I'll have my own live sometime and explain it better. Albert, yes, please do set up a live stream. I would love to see your tarot streams. Be very interested in that. I know you've studied that very carefully. I'm just uh I've just dabbled in it and find the art inspiring, at least on the traditional decks. I haven't seen many decks. I just can picture just the major characters in the more traditional decks.
Yeah. The High Priestess in mine is really nice, that card.
Yes, which is why I
I
was
mean, on the
inspired.
Aetherian deck, so
Oh,
I don't
because
know
that's
that
the
you've
Lady
seen
of the
that.
Lake. Yes. Yeah, that must
Yeah.
be a beautiful deck. I wish you would show it, but you think it would lose its power if you
I
showed it
don't
on the
know.
stream.
It sounds like something that might happen. Not
Mm,
that it has power, it's really your own personal
I
power.
think if you
And
should,
typically when you're reading tarot, you're communicating with yourself.
yeah, which
Not
you are a part of the greater, as they say in Babylon 5, the great maker.
that's what Polari calls it.
No, the Drazi also call it that.
Dushala.
No,
Drushala.
Durshala is like their Jesus, but they have a
Mm,
great maker also. One of the Drazi used that term as well.
mm.
You forgot? How dare you?
No. Well,
No, but it would be inspiring to people to see this Arthurian deck, which is probably out of print and no one can get.
yeah, none of the imagery I've seen on Google here has been the same one. So
No, it's
I think Llewellyn put out a different edition and stuff.
but the
So
art is totally different. Albert says the high priestess is the next stop after the magician for the fool on his or her journey. Interesting. Interesting that. Okay, so we might see that beautiful Arthurian deck.
mm. Oh,
Oh.
here's Guinevere, which
Excuse me.
is the Empress in this deck.
Ooh, that looks. I can't see many details, but it
Well,
looks
I
like.
can't see either.
Yeah.
I don't know
It
how.
looks very intricate. The art on that deck. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's there with a petting a white dog, I believe. I need to use a magnifying glass because no, she isn't. Never mind.
Is it a cat?
She's kneeling down. Oh, it's a nice pastoral setting, and just kneeling there.
It's probably a
Hmm.
lamb.
Well, no, actually, there isn't any critter there. I just imagined it.
No.
Oh, here the chariot in this deck. Well, no, this isn't the chariot. This is instead of the hero font in this deck. It's oh no, this is strength. Instead of strength, it's called Gawain.
Gawain.
Yes,
I forgot who
Sir
Gawain
Gawain.
was in the
Oh,
Holy
one of the
Grail.
round table.
Yes, I know, but I forgot what his role was in the search for the Holy Grail.
I think I don't know, just strong and courageous. Galahad was the pure,
Yeah.
and
I
most of what I know about the Arthurian legends anymore is the search for. I mean, what is it? Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
it's not it. Yeah. I I remember having to read Le Morte d'Arthur in high school, and at the time I
Yeah,
wasn't
that's a
vibing with it
legend.
at all.
Well, it's a legendarium. It's just kind of like this. It's not writing like as an author would write when they're writing a story. It's just what happened
That's
next, what
yeah,
happened.
that's probably why I didn't enjoy it at all. Um,
Oh yeah,
Albert says if you could search for Marseille images, you might like them. I bet, Albert. I definitely have to check them out after the stream. Liesel says Gawain was very steadfast. I think.
hmm
Okay.
and then here, this is the Page of Cups, but in this deck, it's called Grail Maiden.
Hmm.
Hmm. Da, da, da,
Interesting.
da, da,
Mm.
da, da. Oh, and I like in this deck, the Justice card is actually renamed to Sovereignty.
I
And
really like that.
yes, because that is the key to understanding true justice is that we are all self-sovereign and must basically govern our own behavior.
Yes. Yes. Hmm.
The lovers here is called the White Heart. It has the male and female character, but in the distance, it's a white heart, meaning a deer.
Hmm. Very interesting.
And there was a story about that in the Mahabharata as well. Remember where the hunter shot a sacred deer, and that brought some bad fortune, a curse upon him.
Whoa. Wow, that deck is deep.
Well, it's like Arthurian legend and the Mahabharata. Some of these legends have shared elements,
Hmm.
you know.
Albert
Uh-huh.
says Pages would be playing on diddly bows, but just learning. Cool beans.
What's
Maybe I'll
that?
use the high priestess is playing a diddly bow, but I
Oh,
have a
here
smaller
she
diddly
is.
bow I can use in the
This
image.
is the Lady of the Lake, or the High Priestess.
That is a beautiful card.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm sticking with this deck. This is mine. It it's we. I guess it reflects for me the energy is there, and it's connecting with myself. I don't know.
Nice. Liesel
So
says that the White Heart is also in the Miss of Avalon deck. Maybe your deck
well,
inspired
Avalon.
that new deck.
Well, Avalon. Well, I don't know that it's newer. One might be.
Maybe it's related to the deck that you have. Maybe the same artist. I don't know.
Well, it's the same basis. Avalon is
Yeah.
part of the Arthurian legend. So
Hmm.
what is here? Hmm. Do you have one of my harmonicas?
Nope.
Because I have an empty harmonica case here, no harmonica in it.
No, no. I haven't been
And
playing harmonica. I don't play harmonica. Maybe, I mean, maybe Inga knocked it off of your desk. Our cats, folks, love to jump on our desks, and Inga likes to rearrange my stickies sometimes and throw things off of my desk. She just likes to uh, see stuff roll off of my desk or paw it off of my desk to see it fall. She loves doing that. So yeah, check the floor because it's probably there.
I'll
And
need you to check the floor because I can't get down that low.
yeah,
No, it's empty and it was still closed.
what? Okay, wasn't me. I don't play harmonica.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's never been an instrument that's called my attention, to be honest with you. Is Liesel says, is Chocho named from Top Cat? Actually, Liesel, Chocho is his nickname and it's derived from Joser. That's his name. We named
Yes,
him
the
after
Pharaoh Joser.
the pharaoh Joser who built the step pyramid. I don't know how that, for me it seems related, Joser, Chocho, I don't know, but it was, I don't even know when I started calling him that. But he responds to Chocho now, not Joser. But Joser's officially his name. Yeah. He's a baby. He's my baby. Inga is Lawrence's baby. Um It's amazing how they pick their people. So, Broofy's nobody's baby.
We did have a cat named Imhotep.
Imhotep, which is Chocho's brother.
We think somebody,
Yeah,
because it was a community cat, kind of, but then started staying with us.
yeah.
Just one day, uh, I think somebody might have picked up the cat basically and said, "Oh, we're going to take this one. No one, this doesn't belong to anyone." And it's like, well, it kind of does now, but
When you
that's what
see a
I think
cat that
happens.
a street cat that's nice and fluffy and taken clean and taken care of is not a street cat. That's somebody's cat
Mm,
who
yeah,
goes and visits their
yeah.
neighbors. We didn't find out until we moved out of Miami that Inga ate at my neighbor's house every single day. And the neighbor was actually thinking of taking Inga in. And when she saw us packing up a car and talking to Inga, oh, you want to come? You know how you. And she's like, oh, is that your cat? And we were like, yeah. It's like she comes to eat at my house every day at the same time. She waits in front of the glass sliding door, and I thought she I thought she didn't have any owners, so we were gonna adopt her. And I'm like, she has owners. Why is she going to eat at? They like going around and gorging themselves and tasting different foods and yeah,
Yeah, well,
man.
wouldn't you? Well, maybe not gorging yourself, but wouldn't you wanna go around different
Inga,
places?
our
It's like, "I
kitties.
think I'll have Indian today."
Yes. Well, our kitties are well fed. Is that she was doing that every day. Every day she would go to the neighbor's house at the same time and eat. It's horrible. Cats, they are individuals. You do not own them. They you know, they'll leave and find somebody else if they get tired of you and you know.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think Imhotep left us
No,
because
I
he was
think somebody
really
took
happy.
Imhotep.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he was very, very close to me.
just like with Khufu,
Very.
because Khufu,
Yeah.
grew up in our patio, and, eventually we found he was living at someone else's house a few doors down afterward. It's like, "Hey."
Liesel says my old cat, Django, was the same. Spoiled by the neighbors. Yes.
Mhm.
Yep. If you have a cute cat and your neighbors are cat people, they will spoil them. Scott says cats are crazy fun. They also seem to have one foot in heaven and the other in hell. You know, it's it's cats, dogs. It's weird that we have these things as pets. Yeah, they're cute and furry, but they are totally predators, man. And out once we moved out into the country, we really discovered how much of a
Yeah.
predator both Inga and Joser are. It's amazing. With Joser, I've never seen a thing move so fast. He's caught rabbits. Um, and he runs like a cheetah. It's amazing. Um, Inga is a slow, stumpy cat, and she doesn't like to
Yep.
jump on. She doesn't like to be in high places like Joser does, but she's a stealthy cat, and she actually makes more quote unquote finds than Joser does. Once she captured a flying squirrel, which I managed to take away from her. Um, and folks, please be careful when you rescue squirrels. Man, they could bite through your arm, and they are aggressive. Oh my gosh. But I guess I was able to grab the squirrel while it was in shock and move it to a safe place. But then when it woke up, man, that thing could have destroyed my arm.
Hmm.
So, anyways, she's she'll s- a squirrel will pass in front of her and they won't even know she's there. But when she's ready to grab it, I mean, she's fast in short bursts, and I've seen her dig out snakes from their holes in the ground. And yes, she is faster than the snakes. She's not afraid of them. Cats are faster than snakes, by the way. That is a fact. That's why they're not afraid of them. I mean, it's like for them, the snakes move in slow motion and slap them down. Not really afraid to get bitten by them. Yeah. But I mean, in as far as running and jumping, she's not very fast. But as far as, explosive short movement, I've seen her do crazy things. Liesel says he was named after her cat. Django's named after a gypsy guitarist, Django Reinhardt. Interesting, Liesel. I
Yeah,
don't
I've heard of Django Reinhardt.
I don't know his work.
Yeah.
Interesting. Gotta check. I'm sure there are recordings on YouTube. There must
Oh
be.
yeah.
Yeah. Scott says animal instincts will always be in them. Yes. Yep. And the same thing with dogs too. Although because they're larger, it's harder for me to forget that they're dangerous as well. Um, yeah. I am not a dog person. Uh, grown up with cats, I understand cats. I've always had a cat. And yes, yeah. Resident cat lady here. That's why I make so many cat t shirts and mugs, as you can see on the screen. Cat playing my shorty CBG had to be a cat. By the way, yes, I'm aware that 99% of orange cats are male, but I have I used to have a female orange cat. Her name was Kitty. I know. Name wasn't very interesting. She was the meanest cat ever. Um but I loved her. And so the cat playing my Shorty CBG, that's Kitty. That's why I named that image Kitty playing Shorty. She looked just like that. Joser kind of looks like her, but her tail was poofier than Joser's. Anyway, folks.
Hmm. Well, we were able to stretch that one out.
Wait, Albert says, had a boss cat of the neighborhood once, him scoring up against a rival over the affections of a maiden in heat was brutal. Oh, yes. Yeah, nature's a tough place, folks. It is. Scott says, we had many cats and dogs growing up on the farm. Yes, you needed both. Um, yeah, definitely. Yeah, these kitties, they're doing their job as barn cats. They don't mess with the possums, which is good. Because the possums will eat the rattlesnakes. They're like our resident mongooses. Um, and so it's good that they leave the possums alone. Liesel says, I love farm cats. Yeah. And they love being farm cats. They're much happier here than when we lived in Miami in a very depressing community.
Well, I would say
Houses
it
right on
wasn't.
top. Yeah. Very
Well,
little
I wouldn't
nature
compared to other communities. It wasn't bad at all. I mean, it was one of the nice ones, but
compared.
depressing just because of, I guess, us in our, hmm, you know, uh, shall we say, a need to be more free,
Yes.
and also to not,
Yes.
and all the units kind of looking the same. Just you
Yeah.
had an option of one of three paints for the home,
Yeah.
and that's,
I don't think I can ever go back to a suburb and
oh
yeah,
yeah,
no.
housing
There's
authority
no
and
way.
everything.
There's no way. No.
Housing authority, just what we need. We need more government, and this time it's neighbors telling each other how they should live.
I know. I mean, we sort of kind of have neighbors, but I
Yeah,
mean,
but
not
they
not
leave you
really
alone.
though. Yeah, they
They
leave
leave
you
you alone.
alone. We respect each other's sovereignty and
I
our
don't like
just
the look of the plants outside your house. I think we
mhm.
need to have an election and put an end to that.
Exactly. Ugh, I don't miss that at all. Yuck. Albert says, "My favorite varmint is the groundhog." Ah, as they are incredibly strong and can actually break through concrete. Haha, the marmota. You know, one of my favorite movies, Albert, is Groundhog Day. And that's the only time I've seen a groundhog is in that movie. Punxsutawney Phil. Lawrence, you've seen Groundhog Day.
Yes.
Yes. So what was that look about? You seem confused.
No, I'm
Oh, you're working
basically
on slides. Okay,
soul
gotcha.
hunter. Yes. The soul hunter is basically telling Delenn how it's going to feel as she passes and he captures her soul.
I think I'm gonna have to walk out during that scene. That scene, I mean, it stresses me out. I can't explain it, but it does. Oof.
Oh yeah, it's not that scene. I like the concepts. I'm not into any of these kind of like,
Scott says crazy people think they need to tell people what to do. They're Karens. Yes. Oh my gosh, Scott. No. No.
yeah, we came home one day and found
People
some people
pulling out
that,
our plants.
yeah, they were pulling out the aloe plants we had at around the front of the house, and they said, "Well, the
The
commission decided that you can't have these because
insurance
they can
purposes.
prick the fingers of children, and so aloe plants are dangerous, and we're removing." Of course, their plan was to remove them while we were gone at work, and we'd come back and they'd be gone.
Yeah. Well, they didn't expect us to come back
Come
home
back when we did.
when we
So
did.
we were able to
Save our
rescue the
plants.
plants
Yeah.
and put them in pots and stuff.
Oh yes, Scott. Oh yes. I will never ever. Burbs are overrated. The city is overrated. I don't know how people can stand the restrictions. I mean, once you're in the country, there's no going back. The way of life, just the mindset of most people, it's just leave people alone. That's what we like. That's why we're here, and that's why everybody else is here. Yeah, yeah. Delicatessen. Yes, I remember you mentioning that movie in your first presentation with us, Albert. Yes, it. Eh, I I am a bit squeamish when it comes to uh horror or macabre topics, but it does seem like an interesting movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
How rude. Woo! How dare you? Look at the face Scott made. Shame on you, Lawrence. There you go.
Yeah, I guess you're not supposed to yawn on stream, but that's the thing that's
If the
sometimes tough
host,
for
can
me.
you imagine? I mean, if the host comes on and yawns and you could tell they're busy or bored, what do you expect
No,
listeners
just
to?
tired. Just tired, man. That's all.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, we've been working hard this week, working from home, working hard. It's hard to keep up with all the stuff we're
Yeah.
doing, the house, the guitars, the videos.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't been active on YouTube this week, and I got a backlog of emails to check because a lot of you, you know, talk to me through email. Like, I will catch up with my messages, folks. I apologize for the delay on everything. It's just been one of those weeks. Albert says
Mhm.
Delicatessen is a little dark French, but actually a love story. It does sound like an interesting movie. It does sound like interesting movie. And I don't mind reading subtitles. I didn't mind it much at all when I
Oh,
first saw
that's hard
uh
on me with my vision.
yes.
I can't really see them, and
What
you got to
was
read them fast, and it's like,
it was Yellow Submarine that I first saw.
if I want to read a story, I'll do a book.
Yes. But there's some really good movies that are not in English out there. I think, man, I thought I wouldn't be able to follow a movie with subtitles, but I proved myself wrong when I saw a movie called I Am Dragon, a Russian film.
Yeah, that
Oh my
Russian one.
God, it's so good. Not a big budget, but it didn't need a big budget. I mean, if the story is good, you don't need a big budget. The artists figure out a way to tell the story
Mm-hmm.
in a beautiful way. Yes. And so, all right, folks. Well, excuse me. I don't have much more to share today. I know this week I'll have a lot more for YouTube, and so stay tuned. Um, but for now, I will leave you with my shameless plug.
Hold on. I
Oh,
got to get
wait.
mine in there first.
Oh, Lawrence needs his shameless plug first. Okay, go ahead.
Uh, yeah, hold on. Where are you?
I don't know.
I had the window open.
Hmm.
Let me see. Where are you? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to go over to the chat again. Hold on here. Uh, so, what's next week?
What is next week?
Like, what are you gonna do on this stream next week?
Well, it depends on what I get done next week during the week. But during the week, I will have some uh, pre produced videos for the channel. I'm almost done fixing my laser engraver and am producing a video on how to do that, and we'll have that up on my channel. I started gathering footage for my next relaxing CBG video, so I will be working on that as well. And I received some guitar parts in the mail, and so there might be some partially built guitars that I'll be able to show off next week in the stream. So, yeah, was expecting parts to come in early October, but I got them early. Got to check the mail. And so that's what's on the docket next week. And I am desperately hoping to get to at least one of my unboxing videos next week. I know, not to finish it, but to start one. Um, so lots to do. Don't know if I'll finish it all, but that's what's on the docket. So you said you had a shameless plug first.
Yeah, I popped in the link for earworms.
Okay.
Yeah, the Soul Hunter episode, which was the second episode of the overall series, but it's we'll be talking about the whole series and how it handles spiritual and metaphysical subjects. So if you're into the tarot discussion we had earlier, this was just at the right time when I was discovering some things and learning and beginning my own path of knowledge in the 90s. And the story has a lot of good allegories for concepts. And so we'll be talking that stuff tonight.
All right. Alrighty. That'll be fun. Hope to see everyone, if you can. Hope to see you in Earworms tonight. I will be moderating the chat as always. And Liesel says, I might do a live stream soon.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, Liesel, yay. You all have inspired me. It might be easier than uploading from here.
It might be. The main thing you'll have to make sure of is your internet works out with that. Some of the platforms do, manage the flow a little bit better by using a delay so that you're not constantly buffering or cutting out. But that's the main thing with live streaming is to have a good internet connection.
Right. And
Other than that,
if you're using the built-in YouTube software for streaming, it should flow better, and you'll have less technical difficulties than working with OBS or other things.
and if you need someone to come on to just be part of the discussion and contribute a few yawns, I'd be happy to.
Yes, he will be happy. He will be happy to yawn in your stream, Liesel. Ay, ay.
Yeah, at
Yeah,
least assures
Liesel
the
does.
audience.
She does not need any yawning in her stream, Lawrence. That type of thing only happens in mine. Have I ever yawned in your stream? Never. Never done it.
Yeah, I think you probably have. I think I have.
God. In his own stream, folks.
Well,
In
you
his
can't help
own
it. It's like
stream.
when you're tired, you're tired. It's like,
And then people ask, why even stream then? If you're tired, I mean, you must not
uh,
really want to talk to us then.
no, it's not that. It's not a matter of want. It's a matter of just being tired. I mean, geez.
So Liesel, oh my gosh. Alrighty, everyone.
Okay.
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 Yeah, see, you made Scott laugh at us again. You see that? Scott.
We bring joy to the world.
Yes. Alrighty, here comes my shameless plug, and then I'll leave you guys with the diddly bow outro. Here we go. It's beautiful to share some truly exciting news and a massive thank you with all of you. Because of your incredible support, your views, your likes, your comments, and just your sheer presence here on my YouTube channel, we've hit a huge milestone. My channel is not eligible for fan funding. That includes my very own store shelf right here on YouTube, making it easier than ever for you to find my unique cigar box guitar themed apparel. My designs feature fun characters, like Mona Lisa, holding one of my favorite hand-built cigar box guitars. And while many of these instruments have found new homes, these designs allow me to continue to enjoy them, creating the perfect t-shirts, sweaters, or hoodies for wearing at CBG festivals, craft markets, and gigs. I've partnered with bonfire.com to fulfill my garments, which means that they ship internationally and are sourced only from responsible RAP certified manufacturers. Plus, you won't find my channel logo plastered all over these garments. The focus is purely on the art, the joy of the cigar box guitar, and my quirky characters. My website is discreetly placed just in case anyone asks where you snag such a unique piece. Because let's be honest, you're interested in the art, not the brand, right? And hey, super subs, remember to use your promo code during checkout, by the way. For those of you who've been with me for a while, you know that this isn't just about making a living. It's about making a life. It's about building a world where I can spend my days immersed in the art of creation, sharing it with people who truly appreciate what I do, like you. Your support is helping me build that reality, and for that, I am eternally grateful. By the way, I'd love to hear from you. What other products would you like to see my designs on? Mugs? Notebooks? Or something entirely different? Let me know in the comments below. Your ideas will help me shape the future of this channel and these creations. Thank you again for everything, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Chaito. Alright folks, I gotta get working on those CBG tarot decks. And so, thank you for joining me today. You guys are so much fun, and I hope to see you all, if you can, no pressure, on Earworms tonight. Okay, Diddly Bow outro, let's cue it.